shooting tips.
The 2K. Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, we're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Miami Heat in this one as they go up against the Indiana Pacers. Last game for the Pacers, they ended up with a loss to the Pistons in Detroit. A crushing defeat in that one. Still with a sour taste in their mouths, they're looking to play much better. One of the guys to watch tonight, Monte Ellis, such an explosive player at times, really dangerous when the fourth quarter rolls around, Shaq.
Yeah, Ellis, a.k.a. Baby AI, still has the speed to force defenders off of him. He's improved in the mid-range game also, but he can punish teams, especially if they disrespect him and give him space.
Well, the best thing that he can do is create for himself. That is a talent, to be able to get that many shots off at that clip, because consistently he can get off 4 or 5 shots in 5 possessions. That's impressive.
Is he going to be an all-star one of these days?
When his team wins.
Everyone is in their seat and buckled in at the American Airlines Arena as the Heat look to grab a win here in Miami. For the Pacers right now, they're focused on getting off to a good start to the road trip here. Pacers trail by 9 on the court for Indiana. They've got Paul George. Ellis is out there with George Hill. Then it's Turner. And it's Sloan in at the 4 slot. George against Wade. Just 5 on the clock. And it's George missing.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Hill dishes to George. Pass to Turner. Indiana moving the ball around. And Sloan kicks to George.
Recognition of the mismatch there. They're immediately making the defense pay.
Wade with it. There's the pass to Ray. And not sure what he was thinking there. Dragic against Hill. Outside, George feeds to Sloan. Inside, here's Turner. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Now here's Ellis, guarded by Ray. The drive by Ellis. It's stolen by Dragic. Here's Ray, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we've got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
There's the screen. Hill passes to Turner. It's stolen by Dang. Here's Wade. There it is, his third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
And they've done the job on the offensive
buckets.
And It's George finishing it off.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Here's the teardrop. No good from Ray. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And George, here we go. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Six points here for George.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Passes it to Ray. And a miss there on the triple. 3 on 3. It's Ellis on the wing. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Heat out front. They're up by 10. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't do.
I think I had that all my life. I always had to prove somebody wrong, and, you know, still to this day. That's just the competitive that I believe my oldest brother built into me when I was little.
And Monte Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong now in Dallas after their quick exit from the playoffs this season.
This determination is really something Monte is known for, and one of the reasons he has been around for 10 years in the NBA as a consistently good player and lethal scorer.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
You know what? They're dominating on the backboard. They have controlled the paint thus far.
Flexing their muscles down low, and they've limited second chances too, guys.
On the court for Indiana, C.J. Miles is out there with Nick Calathis. Then there's Solomon Hill. Then it's Turner. And it's Sloan in the power forward. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hawks had a huge game. He dropped in 17 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
Thanks, Doris. He had a heck of an outing that night, G.A.
Yeah, he really did, Kevin. I mean, a very professional performance. Played hard every single second he was on the court.
Guys, that's what we expect from him, and he rarely lets us down, and he certainly didn't let us down that night.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Heat.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
Okay, Miami, now coming on the court are your Heat dancers. Let them hear ya. Let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. Olynyk was the focus of the discussion.
The Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Indiana also making some changes. Paul George is checked in for Turner. Ellis comes in for C.J. Miles. And it's Hill in for Nick Calathis. Outside, George. And Sloan kicks to George. 5 on the clock. Shooting a very good 70%.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
No good from Dragic.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Hill kicks to Ellis from 12 feet out. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. Ellis has got his first points of the night. Just 4 seconds left now here in the second. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Heat lead by 16. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Coach Vogel, a tough going for your guys so far tonight. What's been the biggest obstacle to pulling off your game plan?
Well, they're just a great defensive team. You know, we're not handling that pressure well enough. We're trying to work it inside. They're fronting, and we got to execute our counters.
Thank you for the time, Coach. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be...
So the new group in for the Heat. Chris Humphries has checked in for Bosch. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. Big Smooth, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Goran Dragic. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Turner. C.J. Miles comes in for George. Max checked in for Ellis. And it's Nick Calathes in for George Hill. The Miami Heat comes into this one following a loss to the Atlanta Hawks.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that day to make shots.
You know, sometimes we talk about a defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, Greg, but that night they got up in their own heads. Just got in their own way and couldn't get out of it.
Ray, he's in at shooting guard. Chris Humphries is out there with Winslow. Then it's Jeremy Lin. And it's Olynyk in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Lin gets a screen from Ray. Here's Olynyk. Yes! And a nice assist from Lin. Lin's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Mack. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And the shot's good from Ray.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Sloan. What a terrific move that was.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Left side, Lin. Pass to Ray. Tries a 3. No good. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, they just really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game. You could just see they were pressing. Just couldn't get anything to go on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and guys, once they got spiraling downward, there seemed to be no way to get out of it. All their offense went to pot.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Mag dishes to Sloan. Off the screen. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Sloan's got 4 points in the quarter.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here's Mack, defended by Lynn. Kicks to Sloan. The rebound by Ray.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. The Pacers shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. And a look at the five for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Solomon Hill is out there with Turner. Then it's George Hill. Then there's Ellis. And it's George in at the 3 slot. Shot's good.
I love and feel it.
Dragic the pass to Ray. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
Turner with it, and Bosch picks him up defensively. Stolen by Bosch. Dragic against Ellis. Here's Wade. The dish to Bosch. That's good. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Heat?
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Pass to George. The tray. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 6th assist on the night.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Here's Wade. Hill pulls it in.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Hill kicks to Ellis. And the foul called on Freak. Pacers trail by 19. Hill kicks to Ellis. They set the pick. He dishes it to George. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. George has got 25 points in the game. Miami's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Hill against Dragic. Here's Big Smooth. Pocket 6. Lets it fly from 18. Puts up the baby hook. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
It's been a nice game for Big Smooth. He has 11 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He's off on the first, so it's both teams making substitutions here. He hits the second from the line. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Mack. Dishes to Calathis. He kicks it to Sloan. They set the pick. Stolen.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Heat.
And as we watch the game wind down, you have to look back, Clark, at all the second chance points these guys generated.
Kevin, they clearly won the second chance points category, and possession after possession, we watched them go after the loose balls and the misses and turn them into makes.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still 2 more to go in the season series.
Hard to say now how the final 2 games between them will play out, Greg, but one thing's certain. I mean, they're going to go at each other. This has become a very intense matchup.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Luol Deng. Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game. Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Roten dishes to Humphries. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Heat lead by 21.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
Mack the pass to Calathes. Over to the left wing. Releases. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Dwayne, you had a huge impact on the boards tonight. Was that something you tried to do?
Yeah, Coach told me to rebound. I've been trying to rebound lately, so just trying to get down there and help our big guys out.
You did exactly that, Dwayne. Thank you. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And standing by for the postgame show, let's head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Luol Deng. His veteran leadership was the key factor in this game. His years of experience paid off in a big way for them tonight.
Luol Deng is one of the most...
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.